Aloha, Mary Isis here, and this little video is a little tutorial about how to utilize the modality of EFT or tapping, emotional freedom technique. And this is a wonderful, effective tool to use in case you just got shaken up, went through something traumatizing, or you're getting triggered. This is something that you can do to self-regulate and to stabilize your nervous system. So what I'm going to be doing is showing you the main points that we tap on for an EFT session. And our body is covered with meridians, energy lines that transport the chi, the life force energy through our bodies. And sometimes we have blockages in these meridians. And so the tapping and the breath work can help to get this chi flowing. And so what EFT, Emotional Freedom Technique, is all about, it's about identifying the emotions we're feeling, because sometimes it's hard to even know what we're feeling. It's about really tuning in. What are we feeling? It could be a certain issue that we're having that's repeating itself. It can be something that we're getting triggered about. And then what we do is we tap on our meridians and we acknowledge these feelings that we're experiencing. Oh, this feeling, for example, this feeling of frustration. I'm feeling so frustrated right now. And then we would really just accept and bring in acceptance and acknowledgement of these feelings. And then as we continue tapping, and I'll show you the points that we tap on in a session, we also start bringing in love and acceptance to these feelings. Because really it's when we resist these feelings is when the blockages happen in our body, in our being. So I'm just going to be showing you these points, which you can use anytime in your own life. So what we do is we start with massaging this area of the chest below the collarbones. There's a tender area. And we just start there by massaging and just start taking some deep breaths. From the belly all the way up to the chest. We just let it out with a sigh. Sometimes we can make a sound. Sounding is really helpful for moving energy too. And so at this point we would start bringing into our awareness the feelings that we're feeling. So in a session, we would identify, okay, perhaps I'm feeling really frustrated around a certain issue going on in my life. We would just start bringing our acceptance and acknowledgement of those feelings. I'm feeling so frustrated. Oh, this feeling of frustration. And then we would start tapping. So let's begin. I'll show you these points. So we start tapping on the chest. Again, I would be suggesting statements and that you could reply or respond to or repeat. And you can always change the words to feel more true for you. So I'll just use examples. Oh yeah, and I might as well mention now that something that can often happen during a session is off-gassing. So sometimes people become tired. They start yawning, or they even start burping, or they might start feeling like energy starting to move through their bodies. They might want to shake, or they might cry. So these are all ways that energy starts moving through our bodies, and it's called off-gassing, and it's completely normal. So I oftentimes start yawning. So we start with the chest. Always remembering to take deep breaths. I'm just going to go through the main points, okay? So then there's the temples. And we would again be bringing acknowledgement to this issue, these feelings of frustration. Maybe making some sounds. Oh, I'm so tired of feeling this way. Oh, it's been such a struggle. Oh. So as you can see, I'm above the eyebrows now. Another point is right here. You always want to tap about 10 times minimum, I would say. These feelings, I've been feeling so frustrated ever since such and such happened. Under the nose now. Lips. You can use one hand, you can use both hands, doesn't matter, as long as you get those points. So again, it was temples, all over the head. I think I forgot that. All over the head. There's so many meridians that run around the head. That's why it feels so good to get head massages. Above the eyebrows. Ooh, these feelings, so intense. I just get so overwhelmed with these feelings. I get so irritated with when this happens. I'm just giving examples right now. Under the nose. Even though I feel all these feelings and I just don't know what to do with myself sometimes, I love and accept myself exactly as I am. I'm just doing the best I can do, best as I was taught. Okay, so we did all of these points. Now we're going to move to the hands. So, just continuing to take deep breaths. Sometimes you can just do this in silence and it can be just as effective. I like to do it in the bathtub. Especially since there's a good resonance of sound in there. Sometimes I tone while I'm tapping. So as you can see, I'm tapping now on the fingers near the nail. I go to each finger. And for the ring finger, it's going to be on the inside of the finger, okay? And then back to the pinky, again, near the nail. And then don't forget the thumb area. So again, all the fingers on the top sides near the nail, but for the ring finger, it's on the inside. Karate chop. Sometimes you can go like this. And then also the wrist. Sometimes people go like that as well. Doesn't matter which side you do it, you can switch the hand if you want. So then we move down to the ribs. The top area of the ribs where it sticks out a lot. Yeah. And then the inside, about the same length or the same level as your nipple line, inside the ribs. Back to the chest. So we'll go through that one more time. So the chest area. Up to the temples. Up to the head, all over the head. Bringing in some love and acceptance to whatever feelings we're feeling right now. It's absolutely okay. Just allow, even though I'm feeling this way, I'm a good person. I love and accept myself. I'm doing my best. And I'm open to learning and growing. I'm open to loving and learning and growing. Even though it's hard for me to keep my heart open when I feel these challenging feelings, I'm open to letting myself feel them and releasing it. I'm open to letting myself feel what I need to feel and letting it move through me. So that I can be free. So that I can be me. All right, so those are the main points. I hope that's helpful. And go ahead and do that anytime you feel you need a little centering, grounding, especially wonderful out in nature and in the bathtub, like I said. Especially good for when you're feeling really worked up, triggered, something's coming up for you. Sometimes when we get restless, we naturally want to like tap. Sometimes we tap on the table. Well, in this case, we could tap on ourselves, and it would be really therapeutic to do so in those times of anxiousness or restlessness. So I hope that's useful for you, and let me know how it goes for you, and see you next time. Aloha.